To be an immigrant, it's totally different. It's a lot of work and hard way to go.
We had these little wind-up dolls in Italy going on the beach, like they're little chickens that would like peck. So I had a little tray selling little chickens. I was quite.
Una miglia.
We brought the little souvenirs from Russia, and we were selling them. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to survive somehow, right, in Italy.
So yeah, my first job at 10. No, I'm joking.
I'm Sean C., and in this show, we celebrate diverse food and culture. Wherever you go in the world, every mother unconditionally loves, supports, and nurtures their children. That's why their love is irreplaceable. When moving her family to a new world, she needs to persevere through a lengthy immigration process, but still show resiliency to maintain the culture. A mother needs dedication to keep the family unit strong and the ability to motivate her children to succeed. Today, I'm honored to share one of these heartwarming stories. Hi, good morning. How are you? Hi, Helen.
Good.
Welcome.
Hi, Yuliya.
Welcome.
Добро пожаловать.
What's that mean?
Welcome.
Dobro
Пожаловать.
Pachalovitz.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
Well, my name is Helen, and we came here almost 30 years ago. And we came from a former Soviet Union, Belarus, and living in Edmonton since then.
I'm Yuliya, and I'm a family doctor here in Edmonton, and I do low-risk obstetrics, so I deliver a lot of babies.
Well, it's quite a history because when kids were little, we did have Chernobyl in Russia, when all this nuclear reactor was exploded and it was a lot of radiation around. So it was a major and main factor which kind of made our mind to leave the country. So we did have 4 suitcases, $360 in our pockets, 2 kids, 10 and 4 years old, and that's it. For a week or 10 days we were in Vienna, then we moved to Rome in Italy, and I guess now I understand we were lucky because we did have 5 months opportunity to live in Italy.
When I came to Canada, I only knew 3 words: dog, juice, and thank you. So they didn't get me very far. I guess the thank you is very helpful. So yeah, it was a bit of a curve. In grade 5 and 6, I did my special ESL classes. I mean, I was still part of the regular class, but I would go for ESL classes for chunks of the school. But I think probably by grade 7, I felt pretty much in school.
Normal.
Yeah, normal. When we first came here, I remember my mom complaining about the food nonstop. Back in Russia, sour cream tasted better. Bread was too white and not hard enough.
Well, tomatoes didn't taste like tomatoes. It tastes like grass, and it still does.
And there's also a lot of different food that we've never tried, right? Like in Russian bananas, we hardly ever had.
They never saw pineapple in their life until we came here.
I never cook. I'm a very excellent microwaver. We're making kotleti, which is my favorite thing to eat. It's kind of homemade Russian meatballs. When my fiance first came over, she made him kotleti, and it's one of my little 2-year-old nephew, it's his favorite thing. He eats it 2 handfuls at a time. Even the puppy, when she smells kotletkis, goes crazy. Well, it's such a good family tradition to pass on. I think it's one of those things, well, how do you make it? She's like, I don't know, I just put a little bit of this, a little bit of that in, and it works out. And so I feel like I need to learn actually how to make it, because if I just try to put a little bit of this and a little bit of that, it's not gonna turn out like hers.
And this is my treasure, what you can get from oil, which we get from Fort McMurray. From the sand, yes, oil sand, we extracted bitumen, we extracted all these different products. So this is our actual Alberta treasure. Тульчинка It's a
Tuchinka.
city, yes, it's the name of the town in Ukraine between Odessa and Vinnytsia, where is
Okay.
my husband from.
Oh, cool. So it looks like we have whole chicken, and we're going to actually get the grinder out.
Yes, sometimes when I'm in real rush, you just grab the grind meat and you can make, in 20 minutes, you can make supper. Of course, with the raw meat, it takes a little bit longer. It's cheaper. It's
Yeah.
definitely cheaper if you will grind something by yourself.
This is it, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
yes. And
This is cool.
Yeah,
So
we might have to
I've
face it.
never ground meat before, so I
really?
have no idea.
Oh,
Is
what
it
it is?
dangerous? Is it
no.
like
Well,
do we
yes,
need
you,
to-
yes, you still have to remember you cannot put your fingers inside of the grinder. That's why.
Oh yeah. Oh, obviously, yeah. How should we start? What should we
Well,
do
the
now?
very first thing, of course, you wash your meat. You always have to wash your meat. Doesn't matter what type of meat it is.
Okay.
After you wash it, because it's quite big chunks, so you try to cut it in smaller chunks, which will fit in your grinder.
Okay. That's cool.
So,
Okay.
if you like onion, you can definitely more than welcome
Awesome.
to chop it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that's it. This is what we got.
In a large bowl, add the ground chicken, diced garlic, salt, pepper, and spices, eggs, breadcrumbs, water, and mixed well. I use a seasoning spice, but feel free to add whatever spices you like. We have to make sure the shape of this cutletki will be nice and smooth. So for the better results, we have to wet the hands. So when we will grab the meat, it will be nice shape. Water my hands. I take some meat, and I just basically form the ball. And when I have it formed, I put it in the flour. So basically, the flour prevents it from stick to the frying pan. Preheat the large frying pan to medium-high and add the vegetable oil. Use a soup spoon to portion the meat into the thick, round patties. Cover all sides of cutletki by rolling them into the flour on the separate plate and put them directly into the hot pan. Fill the pan with cutletki and fry until golden brown. It should take about 10-15 minutes. Carefully flip the cutletki, cover the pan, reduce heat to medium-low, and continue cooking for about 20-25 minutes. Remove them from the pan and serve with vegetables and potatoes. Наслаждайтесь! Enjoy! Wow, now I feel like a queen!
What are we eating the cutletki with?
Here we do have mashed potato, we
Yeah.
have buckwheat,
Buckwheat,
cut,
yeah.
yes, and we have radish. This is actually Russian style salad.
What's your favorite sides with your cutletki?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes?
In Belarus, we made so many different dishes from potatoes, so it's approximately 110 dishes you can make. Yeah, you can have fried potatoes,
Because you
soup
can
potato.
you can even make cutletki out of
Yes, you make, yes.
Cheers.
How do we say
На здоровье.
Nazdarovia?
It's not Russian vodka, no.
Is there like a way to say let's eat or
На здоровье.
bon
На
appetit?
здоровье, the
Oh,
same.
that's
На
already
здоровье.
yeah.
No, приятного аппетита.
Oh yeah, приятно.
Yes, bon appetit is exactly приятного аппетита.
How do you say?
Приятного
Priatnova
аппетита.
appetita, like appetite.
Appetite.
Yeah,
yes.
Great. It's perfectly crispy on the outside, and then inside it's so tender.
This is the way it's supposed to be.
So good.
You must be hungry, guys.
I know.
Where do you guys usually eat traditional Russian food?
If we're gonna go out for food, we don't go out for Russian food, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Russian
because
food's
you
at
just you just make it at home. Yeah.
Because when we were in Miami, we went out for Russian food, but I was like, but it's not the same.
What was different about it?
I don't know, it didn't taste like mummy food.
So if it's, yeah, it doesn't feel authentic.
Actually, it was pretty close. I shouldn't
Yeah?
say that. It was pretty close.
Did you order kotleti?
That has to be like the gold standard. If they can't make good kotleti, it's not a good restaurant.
How often would you say, you and the family eat Russian food? Like,
Every Sunday.
every Sunday is family day?
We try to make it every Sunday.
Yeah.
What kind of memories do you guys have when you eat this dish?
It makes you feel at home.
I was gonna say, it makes me think of Sunday dinner. Yeah, that's home food.
Yeah, tell me about this.
Oh yes, is it grade 1? Yeah, must be grade 1 or kindergarten.
83, it's kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
It's daycare.
Do you remember any of your friends back then?
That one, Balalaika, I think.
He bited
He's
you.
the one that bit me.
Yeah. He beat her in her cheek, and for quite a few years she did have still his teeth.
Bit your cheek?
Yes.
Do you remember why?
No.
He loved her so much.
Yeah,
He
clearly.
loved you so much, and
Yeah.
that's why he bit you in the
Yeah.
cheek.
That's a good one. I like this one. So that's me and
Cousin.
my cousin and my grandparents. So this was the picture that went on our visa when we immigrated.
Yes, from Russia. Oh, a whole day waiting in the line. Apparently, it was so many people who needed to take a picture to escape from the country. So it was long. And it was only one place for the whole city where they took the pictures.
Do you remember when you were coming to Edmonton? Did you have any feelings of being scared or anything, or?
They did a pretty good job of sheltering us, so it was good.
Even I wasn't scared of anything. Just go ahead.
Well, once you make up your mind, you just go.
Yeah, it doesn't make, you have no way back, so you have to adopt regardless. And it's really, the harder you work, the better it will be. So that's it.
It sounds like, your mom is very strong, right? So
Pushing.
Yeah, pushy.
Do you need to be in also working as an engineer?
Well, from the beginning, yes, because it wasn't too many ladies engineers when I even came here. And back in Europe, it's totally different. Yeah. It was more probably ladies engineers than men in some areas.
Do you think that you're like kind of more like your mom?
I think as I get older, I realize sometimes I'm more like her than I realize. I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Now you're almost a mother. Do you ever think about like what you're gonna pass down to
Kotleti.
First of all, I will prefer to have them understand and speak Russian. Because it's never hurt to have additional knowledge. Doesn't matter if you will need it eventually or not, but it's still a bonus, right? This was actually happened with our kids because my parents was here. They came a little bit after us, but they were here, so kids were talking to grandparents only in Russian.
I think it's the family, right? Like I think for us, family always comes first, which is a common,
for
thing.
every
For
family.
every
exactly,
family, right?
regardless,
But I
right?
think it's, and then also like the work ethic, right? If you want anything, you gotta work for it. I don't know.
Nothing comes for granted.
I'm so grateful that this show has allowed immigrant families to share their personal experiences with me. No matter where they're from or how they got here, each family must work through a unique set of challenges in order to adjust to Canadian life. Leading by example, Helen showed her children that education and hard work are necessary to achieve their goals. She must be so proud to watch her kids mature, apply these lessons, and be successful. I wonder what Yuliya's daughter will think when she watches this show in 30 years, and what memories Kotleti will hold for her.
So you will cook for shoes?
Yeah, seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yes. This is love with shoes, like 200 pairs.
What?
So you absolutely have to work for it.
What is that?
Oh my gosh.
It's Russian vodka inside.
So are we gonna drink this later?
Absolutely.
No house is complete without a vodka gun.
That's scary.